Hello, my name is Hazel Nickel. I'm a rising senior studying fashion design at LaSalle University, and this summer I had the opportunity to intern at Cloak and Dagger Creations in Littleton. I didn't answer a job application listing, I literally just emailed them my resume because I wanted to work there so badly. And luckily for me, they've had so much work this summer that they hired me instantly. Cloak and Dagger makes wool cloaks, which they sell at Renaissance fairs and similar festivals. Um, Sometimes they do custom orders, and I've had the chance to work on some of the custom pieces that have been commissioned this summer, which is really cool. Mostly I've been sewing cloaks, usually mid or full length, but sometimes very short, and always with hoods. The studio has two main spaces. There's an upstairs and a downstairs. The downstairs is mostly cloak storage, as you can see here. Um, every cloak, hood, robe, gown, whatever that's made is assigned a number and placed on a rack in that order. Upstairs is the sewing lab, which is full of fabric. There's always something going on. There's always something laid out or being cut or being pieced together or sewn. Most employees I've ever seen at one time in the studio, it's about five. I think there are between 5 and 10 employees total, but it's rare that everyone's there at the same time. A few are admin, most are sewers like myself. It's a very chill environment. Um, most of the time we work quietly, but sometimes we'll play music or chat. It's really nice. Because the studio is so small, I've been able to hear a lot of conversations between the boss and her second in command about fabric sourcing, which has been really interesting. She has this encyclopedic knowledge of like every fabric store across the United States. And whenever anyone's about to go on a trip, she'll say like, "Oh hey, could you?" Whenever a senior employee is about to go on a trip, she'll be like, "Oh hey, could you hit up this place and see if they have anything good while you're there?" Cloak and Dagger was founded about 20 years ago by Dina, my boss. She started sewing wool cloaks for people to wear at Renaissance fairs, and it kind of continued from there and just got bigger and bigger. So there are three types of customers: people who buy cloaks directly from the Cloak and Dagger stand at Renaissance fairs, um, just off the rack. Um, People who sell at Renaissance fairs who buy mass orders of cloaks or hoods or tunics or belts to sell in their own stalls at Renaissance fairs, and people who order custom commissions from Cloak and Dagger. Currently, Dina's finishing up a mass order of cloaks from an opera in Chicago. They're outfitting a full Greek chorus in like simple black cloaks, and that has taken over the entire studio for the last month. It's very exciting. When I first started working there and I asked about what custom work they'd done in the past, Dina specifically wanted to show me this boba chicken cosplay that she'd worked on several years ago. It was a really intense like mascot style chicken wearing Boba Fett armor. And she says she's never doing something like that again. It was really difficult. It went on to be a bit of a convention legend. It's been a great summer working for Cloak and Dagger. I've learned a lot and I've done a lot of thinking. I want a career that has all the good parts of the fashion industry: the exploration, the creativity, the experimentation, the craftsmanship, with none of the exploitation and as little of the waste as possible. I will have to compromise because that's the nature of the fashion industry as it is today, and kind of as it's always been. But now I have Cloak and Dagger's business model to follow. I've been able to see a business firsthand that makes efforts to minimize waste and compensate its workers fairly. And I've seen that it's possible. And that's what I want. That's what I'm going to work towards.